Hey, how we doing? How we doing? I'm gonna take a little 3-minute video.
Okay, Mr. Ray.
This is another reason why I did not attach my name to the whole passport bro thing. Go.
These Colombians, women, we're not gonna listen to you. We're not gonna follow your platform because they know you gay.
Colombia, tierra querida, himno de fe y armonía. Cantemos, cantemos todos, grito de paz y
You see the hat I'm wearing right here? This is Dominican Republic.
You see this jersey here? This is Colombian. I don't care. Why should I care? I'm not Dominican, bro. Why? I don't care. I do not care. What part of I do not care do you not understand? Why you keep telling me about Dominican Republic? I am a Colombian. I am not Dominican. Go harass the Dominicans. Leave me alone. What's wrong with you? So what's up, everybody? It looks like I hurt a little troll's itty bitty weedy feelings. Challenged me to make a video rebuttal to him, and then he blocks me. Isn't that childish? If you know what you have, then you don't need to worry, right? Okay, so we get the new troll of the week. We have the new villain of the week. All right, watch me clap this guy because he made a little video for me trying to come at me.
What do you know about passport bros?
Concepto del día, Passport Bro. Un Passport Bro es un hombre del norte global que viaja con el único propósito de conocer mujeres. O sea, obviamente también quiere pasear, pero aparte de eso, él quiere conquistar. Los Passport Bros son fetichistas de las mujeres del sur global, es decir, tienen una idea fantasiosa de cómo se comportan las mujeres latinas, asiáticas, lo piensan con las europeas del este, y creen que pueden encontrar a sus mujeres perfectas en estas zonas. Así que comparten todo esto en su comunidad online de Passport Bros. Las comunidades de Passport Bros tienen varias características. La primera y la más fácil de identificar es que hacen tops de los mejores países para conseguir mujeres. Y siempre en esos tops tienen países con una muy baja edad de consentimiento, muy alta pobreza, con una moneda muy barata en la que puedan venir con sus dólares y gentrificar el sitio por los 3 meses que se van a quedar buscando mujeres, presumiéndoselas a sus amiguitos de internet. Por lo general son hombres que no son atractivos en sus propios países, pero ellos insisten en que no se trata de ellos, dicen que se trata de las mujeres de su país que ya no tienen valores y que ellos se van a ir al sur global a buscar una mujer de alto valor, que sea femenina, que esté desesperada por compañía, que esté desesperada por casarse y que tenga un sitio de alta fertilidad porque le va a dar muchos bebés. Además de promover estereotipos sobre las mujeres de los países que visitan y de promover estereotipos negativos sobre las mujeres de su propio país, se han dedicado a reforzar un estereotipo sobre los turistas del norte global que hace que la gente les tenga fastidio. ¿Cruzado con un Passport Bro alguna vez en las redes? Les leo.
What do you know? All you know is a bunch of group of guys, aka passport pookies.
So was Mr. John Polos a passport pookie? The man who deleted his future wife because he caught her with another man with his passport bro money? For those who do not know who these people are, let me explain to you, because this was a situation, a scandal that rocked the entire nation and made all of Colombia start looking at foreigners differently. Not just passport bros, but all foreigners, foreign men, I should say. Mr. Passport Bro, what's his name? John Polos here. He was previously married. He was from Texas. He had a family, as you can see here. I'm covering the children's faces, to give them privacy. Okay? One of his sons had cancer. He literally had more than 100 tumors in his body. It was one of those rare occasions. He managed to get a cancer fund of a lot of money to get them removed. And you know what he did after he got all of them removed? He went to Colombia to become a passport bro. He met Valentina Tres Palacios, who's a DJ. She's not one of those adult services workers, okay? They had a relationship. Some say it was 10 months. Others say it was about 8 months. He will fly lots of times. He will buy her gifts. He will take her in lavish places, okay? He became close to the mom. Like I always say, in Colombian tradition, you meet the family, right? He's not one of those people that go hunting the streets for these easy women of the night. He felt something was wrong. So he got himself a private eye, a private detective. The private detective showed him pictures that she was using his passport bro money that he took from his child's cancer fund when he left his previous wife, that she was taking her real boyfriend, her Colombian boyfriend, on trips and buying him things, because I have seen it more than one time. You guys think that you're so much better than us. You think that you're superior to us. Your money cannot buy love. Okay? And most Colombian women prefer to be with Colombian men. I'm sorry to say this. So he got jealous. And then he started controlling her and he proposed to her, I'm going to marry you and I want to move in with you. He flew down to Bogota. He got an Airbnb. Like you, who tell me you have Airbnbs in Dominican Republic. All right? He took her life. He stuffed her inside of a suitcase. Her body was found in a dumpster. Because for those who don't know, in Colombia, bums get paid for getting certain things from the trash, like cans and stuff like that. He reported to the police. The dude ran to Panama, and from Panama, he was going to go to Montenegro in the east somewhere. Okay? They stopped him in Panama. They arrested him. You know what happened to him? I think maybe in the last, maybe a year, dude got about 40 years. All right? He was a passport bro. Because according to you guys, passport bros, oh, we're not the type of men that come down there and looking for prostitutes. We want a wife. He wanted a wife, and look what he did. I remember what her mother said. I gave to you my daughter, and you gave her back to me in a body bag. Is he a passport pookie?
This is another reason why I did not attach my name to the whole passport bro thing. Go back and watch my video. I'm not a passport bro. I'm a bro with a passport. There's a difference. Again, I ain't joining no groups. Be careful what groups you join. You want it sounds cool at the time, and next thing you know, the leader done something criminal. Anyway.
For those who don't know, DC Born Rob is saying that he's not a passport bro. And you want to know who DC Born Rob is? He's a person who lives in Colombia part-time, and he makes comments and he reports on what's going on in Colombia. For those who don't understand why he's saying that, it's because a certain passport bro named Floyd Wallace got caught in Brazil with transporting underage minors, and the government went into his apartment and they found underage material of kids under 6 years of age. Okay, and many people went online saying that they are not passport bros, North American men. Give a shout out to Ringo TV because he goes hard on them. He goes hard on passport bros. Not like me, I go easy. He made a statement. He said that his goal is to take down Austin Holloman. He has no fear. That guy has zero fear. Okay, he's married. Also, my dear friend Nana Kwaku, I give thanks to Nana Kwaku because like he's a guy that he lived in Colombia from 2009 to 2016, before the passport bro craze, before the peace process of with the FARC, which is the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, because Colombia is in a civil war right now.
Kid greatness, despite his flaws, or Austin Holloman.
Also deals with passport bros in Africa. Ghana, by the way, he's Ghanaian. You think there's only Colombia? Like the passport bros are not like in Africa either. So I don't know what you're talking about. Kung Fu Fanta, Colby Thanos, what's her name? Keep Africa free of passport bros and stuff like that. You know, I used to watch her channel all the time, but she says she's not big into God. So like, you know, I kind of backed off, but I still give her some support sometimes. Yeah, she says a lot of things. So yeah, like I don't understand what your issue is.
We do not affiliate with these guys. We do not affiliate the L7 ones. Now, Passport Bros is a lot more different than these guys that you know, that you saw with these prostitutes and a bunch of group of men you saw, black, white, and Asian.
So you mean that like that one time they make differentiation between the people who actually want to find real wives versus the people who go there for prostitutes? Or are you talking about the time that I gave a praise to my dear friend Marvin Pearsons? You see, my friend Marvin Pearsons is a man who travels, and he is married to a Dominican woman. And he went on my channel and he also made a correction. And you know what he did? He did the exact right thing to do. He made a video say, hey, younger guys, passport pookies, whatever you guys want to call yourself. All right? Travel in silence. Don't be disrespectful to the local cultures. Do not be disrespectful in other people's houses.
Or anybody that's an American or Canadian or German.
Oh, you're talking about Mr. Dominic Colombia, one of the most respected digital content creators in all of Colombia, who was born in Germany, who moved to Colombia, who married in Colombia, who went to school in Colombia, who went to the university in Colombia, and who travels all throughout Colombia. I made videos about him, praising him. I also made videos about this German guy. This is Dominic Colombia in the Cathedral of Las Lajas, not in a brothel area in Medellin. This is Dominic Colombia in Los Páramos, which are wetlands high in the mountains, which are ancient, and they provide water, pure water, for a lot of different communities.
Hoy es un gran día porque me condecoraron en el Consejo de Bucaramanga por mi labor social, mis emprendimientos en Colombia, crear empleo, promocionar el turismo sostenible y por siempre dejar en alto el nombre de Colombia. Quiero agradecer a toda Colombia y a todos ustedes que me vieron crecer desde el principio. Sin ustedes no hubiera sido posible.
This is Dominic Colombia receiving one of the highest awards in Colombia.
You label us as passport bros.
The Colombian news has labeled you as passport bros.
¿Ha escuchado hablar sobre los Passport Boys o Passport Bros? Sin embargo, a veces detrás de esos grupos de viajeros hay más que la intención de conocer lugares bonitos. Este puntualmente es el caso de los Passport Boys, Passport Bros o Passport Kings. Estas comunidades de hombres, que se pueden encontrar fácilmente en TikTok, lo único que quieren es apoyarse entre sí. Tan lindos. Incluso suben videos a YouTube como si se tratara de algún tutorial, con títulos como 5 pasos para conseguir una latina de gran trasero. Además, hay recorridos por Colombia con damas de compañía y les ofrecen hasta 50 opciones de mujeres. Nuevo colonialismo o una cortina de humo para tapar su verdadera intención.
And just so you know, in Brazil, the Brazilian news has labeled you as an international criminal organization. I'm not lying. Look at this behind me. Literally, that's what it says right there.
We do not affiliate with these type of men that go to these red light districts. Passport bros, we move silent.
Yep, just like back in the 70s and 80s. And all of a sudden, people started catching on and new people started coming in and the newer generation started coming in and messing it up for you, right?
In case you do not understand, my wife is my everything.
Oh, perfect. You have a wife. What does that have to do with me? I never talked about you. I don't know who you are. I do not know who your wife is. And you keep putting up the Dominican flag in my face when I'm not even Dominican. I never mentioned Dominican Republic.
You see the hell I'm wearing right here? This is Dominican Republic.
You see this jersey here? This is Colombian. My channel is about Colombia. It is about Colombia. Colombia. Colombia, not Dominican Republic, not Mexico, not Brazil, not everything else. I did talk about Brazil a few times because of what happened with Floyd Wallace. You know, that passport bro, they get caught with little kids down there in Brazil. And then YouTube started shutting all of them down. And that's why you and your little group of knuckleheads are attacking me right now. Because your ringleader thinks that I am a group of the people that had him shut down. And you know what? At this point, I do wish I was one of the reasons why he got shut down. I do not know him, okay? He's a nobody in the world of YouTube.
And the woman that hugs her, that's her daughter. Her daughter gave me my wife.
Well, you see the woman next to me, okay? That's my ex-mother-in-law, all right? The girl who's taking the picture is my ex-girlfriend. Do you remember a while ago when you made a video calling me gay and I showed you my ex-girlfriend who's super hot and super fit, like looking like a model? That's her right there when she used to be bigger. Because truth be known, I like women on the heavier side. That's before she lost all this weight and became a super hot model, which everybody wants to go after. And she could anybody who sees her automatically falls in love with her, okay? And as you can see by her, my ex-mother-in-law, who still wants me to be with her daughter, situation, and you could tell by her hair that she's African descent. If you were to see my ex-girlfriend, she almost barely looks black, because the thing is that her mother's mixed and the father is completely black. And on her maternal grandmother's side, yeah, she has straighter hair than me. My ex, straighter hair than me. You look at her, you will swear she's very light passing, you know, almost like Shakira, you know, straight hair and everything else, you know. So yeah, what else you want me to do? Like, okay, congratulations, you have a wife and a daughter and everything else. Well, guess what? I can show you family too. I can show you all my ex-girlfriend's family are still in contact with me. They actually see my videos. Okay, her father, who's a black man, blacker than you, watch it. It sees what you guys are saying. Except he doesn't understand English. I have to explain to him if he were ever asked.
I move different. You talk too much. All you talk about is bullshit against Passport Bro.
¿Ha escuchado hablar sobre los Passport Boys o Passport Bros y del mundo? Sin embargo, a veces detrás de esos grupos de viajeros hay más que la intención de conocer lugares bonitos. Este puntualmente es el caso de los Passport Boys, Passport Bros o Passport King, videollamada. Como quien dice, buscar esposa aquí es todo un negocio. Además, hay recorridos por Colombia con damas de compañía. Tristemente, detrás de esa búsqueda de mujeres con valores tradicionales, hay muchos dólares pagados.
That is a Colombian news reporter, okay, from El Colombiano, all right? That is a press That is a news station, and they reported on you. I have also seen another called Geraldo, and I've been using the same clip for too many times. I should be using different clips, but I like to use this one because she's very clear. El Colombiano. Look it up. Just type the word passport bro, El Colombiano. You see what she says. And plenty of other Colombians are reporting on you. I've seen Venezuelans reporting you, Mexicans reporting on you. Okay? You're not fooling nobody. This charade that you come in to look for a traditional wife. Passport bros are sex tourists. That's what they are. And like I said before, and I will say this again, in Brazil, the Brazilian news has stated that in an article online that it is a international criminal organization. Are you going to find that girl? Are you going to make a video towards her? She's a news reporter. El Heraldo, look it up, the Herald. If you want, I can show you plenty of videos. And you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to grab all the videos that I can of all the different Colombians and reporters and everything else, from normal people to influencers who are talking about you, and tell you what it really is, okay? Passport bros, that is what they are.
And no disrespect to you, man, because I understand you're a Colombian, man, and I understand what you see and what you saw and what type of behavior, what these tourists doing. They not passport bros for information. Passport bros move silent.
So I'm from Colombia. If you're a Colombian girl, you have 3-4 American guys approaching you, offering you money, and pulling out their passport, like literally, and then telling you, I'm American, like I'm actually looking for a girl, like I will bring you here, but it's just odd. Like, why you wanna get with a girl that doesn't speak your language and that makes up to $200 a month? You know, it's just odd. Like, I don't wanna point fingers, but it's like, why are you looking for that when you can get a girl? Why can you not get in America? You know, why you cannot get a girl?
Is this black guys or white guys?
I saw a lot of black guys. You know, it's odd. Like, the desperation that they exude is just weird.
You hear that name so much. It's all over the internet. You got somebody that's calling themselves as a passport bro because he's really not a passport bro. Y'all traumatized about that. Now, I do appreciate that you keep the passport bros' names out your mouth.
This is another reason why I did not attach my name to the whole passport bro thing. Go back and watch my video. I'm not a passport bro. I'm a bro with a passport. There's a difference. Again, I ain't joining no groups. Be careful what groups you join. It sounds cool at the time, and next thing you know, the leader done something criminal. Anyway.
Oh, and what are you going to do? You're going to take over my country, steal our women, enforce your religion upon me, make me speak your imperial language? What are you going to do? We don't want passport bros in my country. I have shown you many people telling you what they are. Okay? All over the news. All over the news. Are you going to go against the entire government of Colombia? Are you going to go against the entire 50 million people? We all know what you are. We all know what you guys are. You're not fooling nobody. We're not stupid.
Because we have nothing to do with these 1,000 men, black, white, Asian, and Hispanic Americans. I have nothing to do with this. Neither the rest of us.
So if you're not the type of person who's deleting the women, who's touching the little kids, who's up in my country disrespecting us, then why are you up in my comments offending me and offending Colombia? Because for the people who are watching it, if you made it this far, he took a swipe at Colombia. Somebody could say, hey, this Colombia did this in the United States. Do you think I'm going to get mad? Because it has nothing to do with me.
It had nothing to do with this, including my followers. I move different. Now, the beer in my hand, the cigar in my hand, it reminds me that I closed 2 different properties, which is apartment building and a house.
So what does that have to do with me? Why should I care? Why should I care if you got a property in a house? Listen, you act just like the colonizers, the people that colonize you. Go in there and throw your money. Do you see me telling you how much I got? You don't do that in Colombia. You don't do that in Latin America. You're trying to get people to come after you or something. I do not care. I do not care. Nobody knows about me. Nobody knows whether I'm in the United States or I'm in Colombia. You do not know what I have, what I don't have. You do not know if I work, if I do not work. You do not know what I have. And if you did, you will shut up. You think your big boss telling me how much money you got. You're not impressing nobody. You saw my ex? She will never, ever look at you. She's seen people like you before, telling people how much money you got. The people that talk how much they got, what properties they have, how they move and everything else are the ones with the least. You have absolutely no idea.
for me and my wife. Now, the Dominican Republic is way more different than Colombia. I've never been to Colombia before.
You see what he says? Pay attention to this part. This guy says he has never been to Colombia before, but later on in the video, he makes a swipe at Colombia. He makes a swipe at Colombia as if he knows. As if he knows. Watch me. Watch how I clap him right here. According to my Dominican friends, supposedly the northern part of Colombia, the costeños, like my ex-girlfriend is costeña, is very similar to Dominican Republic. In fact, when my ex-girlfriend came to the United States, people actually mistook her for Dominican. And even the Dominicans sometimes thought that she was Dominican because of her accent. Like I keep on telling many different people, Colombia is a multinational country, is different countries in one. The northern coast is different than the central regions, and I'm from the mountainous areas. My ex-girlfriend is costeña from the northern Caribbean coast.
And a woman in that porch in Dominican Republic, that's my mother. That's my mother.
Sir, I have no problem with that. I'm not going to say anything bad. As you can see, my mother's in this picture right here. But I do not understand what this has to do with anything. Why are you tagging me out of nowhere? Why are you insulting me? Why are you insulting my country? Why are you insulting my sexuality? I have no problem with that. You want me considered gay? Fine. You know what? I have gay friends and I have transgender friends. Got no problem at all. But why is it that you guys have such a need to come into my Colombian space and disrespect me, my culture, my people, my family, and everything else? And you and your little group of knucklehead friends have been recently coming after me, and I'm making clapbacks. Mr. Watch Your Oil, he already blocked me because I caught him in a couple of lies.
Now, that building behind me, that's a barbershop. That connects to that house. So I'm physically paying for everything.
You really are a gringo, aren't you? You really are a gringo. Why do I need to know that? Why do you need to start flaunting your money to me? The stupidity. Listen, your invincible ignorance. You're trying to rage bait me, are you? Why should I care about this nonsense that you're telling me? Why are you tagging me and telling me this? Why do I need to know that?
So, we move silent. So, why are you worried about us?
Este trapo que ustedes ven ahí, Fico persiguen feministas y encubre pedófilos, casi que nos es arrebatado por la Subsecretaría de Espacio Público y la policía. Pero cuando llegamos a las discotecas y a los bares, en donde era evidente que había mujeres, jóvenes, menores de edad, se hacían los de la vista gorda. Y en cambio salían puteros extranjeros de esos lugares y hasta trataban mal a la fuerza pública, la maltrataban. Vaya que uno haga eso como colombiano. ¿Qué es lo que está pasando? ¿Cuál es la jurisprudencia de este parque? ¿Quién es que está dominando aquí a Medellín para que a fin de cuentas quieran hacer con él lo que querían hacer con Cuba hace tantos años? Es decir, convertirlo en el prostíbulo de los gringos, en el burdel. Medellín no es un burdel. Las mujeres y los movimientos feministas están protestando, se están uniendo y se están organizando para decir, esto no lo vamos a permitir más.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's finally starting to...
In Colombia, we do not want more Americans to come and exploit our girls, boys, and adolescents. In June of this year, the Americans Victor Galarza and Everett Fletcher were convicted in New York City for abusing, exploiting, and recording girls and adolescents for distribution and commercialization in the city of Medellin. The exploiters use social media to recruit these women.
You don't have a passport for Colombia?
Sure, I am a Colombian citizen. What do you think? I have a cédula de ciudadanía, citizenship ID card. What type of a question is that? That is the only info that you're going to get from me. You are not going to get any other info because I know that you guys are trying to pull info from me. Man, you think you're slick, but you're not.
Or you have a problem when Americans travel.
Colombians are Americans. What are you talking about? Bro, you are just I'm very shocked at your level of ignorance. Like I'm so shocked.
And again, Ray, how many passport bros that you think could do this?
Quite a large number, actually. People who are middle class to lower middle class here can afford lots of things in other countries. So, what? Oh my god. I have seen plenty of videos of passport bros that have done something like that, and then the women pull out their money, and next thing you know, they buy the property and they're all dried up and they're left somewhere. Look at the guys in the Philippines, bro. Like, why are you showing me this? Like, look at what I got. You think-
Passport pookies cannot do this. I did. Passport bro move like this.
Quite a large number, actually. People who are middle class to lower middle class here can afford lots of things in other countries. So, what? Oh my god. I have seen plenty of videos of passport bros that have done something like that, and then the women pull out their money, and next thing you know, they buy the property and they're all dried up and they're left somewhere. Look at the guys in the Philippines, bro. Like, why are you showing me this? Like, look at what I got. You think-
We don't talk too much. That's the problem with you, with the stereotype. And it's funny. It's funny that we out there looking for love. And here's the results. What I am doing. And for your information, this is Punta Cana.
Did he just say Punta Cana instead of Punta Cana?
And for your information, this is Punta Cana. Punta Cana is the best beach in the world. Now, versus your so-called beaches in Colombia.
And for your information, this is San Andres, and the other island is called Providencia, one of the most beautiful islands in most of the Caribbean. Turquoise waters, clear waters. See how I can catch you, passport bros? People, he said that he has never been to Colombia. He doesn't know Colombia, and he's telling me that he has better beaches than so-called Colombia. This is how you can tell the passport bros are a bunch of liars and deceivers, okay? Because all they do is they travel to Colombia. They hang out in the red light districts. This person made me a comment. He challenged me, and then he blocks me. Someone do me a favor. Take a clip of this and send it to him. And I want him to see my entire video. Yep, you challenged me. Now I got you. But you don't get to hide like a little girl, okay?
This is the real beach. See that?
De aguas turquesa y playas cristalinas. El primer día...
Dominican Republic.
Bienvenidos a Providencia.
And for your information, I spent money on this beach. You know how I spend? I spent $500. I don't care.
Care. I do not care how much money you spend. I do not care. You know who goes around telling people how much money they spend? People who are poor or people who are poor. People with real money in Colombia do not need to spend money, okay? I know people, and listen, I have a friend of mine, and I'm not going to show her house, okay? Deep in the mountains, that her living room is a separate house. I do not care. I do not care. Why do you need to tell me this? Why? I do not care how much money you spend. I make Colombia content, sir. You still here telling me, oh, better beaches than Colombia. Fine, I'm showing you Colombian beaches. And then you're trying to tell me how much money. I do not care. I do not care.
Ray, Do understand that Dominican Republic has everything to offer for tourists.
That's nice, but I'm not a Dominican. Why should I care? Can someone please tell me why I should care? Why should I care? Imagine me making a video to Jamaicans. Hey, I'm in Haiti. They're not gonna care, bro. They're in Jamaica. Why should I care? Why should I care? I have been to the Dominican Republic. I have been to the Dominican Republic. All right? But why are you telling me this? Why are you stitching me and telling me this? I don't understand.
Now, you're the only Colombian that speak against passport bros.
This is why Colombians don't like gringos. Too many of y'all have this type of attitude. So I'm making a video about the history of Colombia and about the Civil War and about how a lot of people who come to visit don't really educate themselves on a little bit of the history.
See this young lady here? She's a Colombian talking about passport bros. She's shaking her head saying how she disapproves of them. The song says bárbaros, bárbaros, inhumanos. Bárbaros means barbaric. Inhumanos means inhuman. And she goes to say in her video that she disapproves of passport bros.
My name is Pamela. I'm a Colombian licensed attorney. Unfortunately, Medellin is very well known among passport bros for the things that these guys come to consume in that city in nightlife.
You hear what she said? She is a licensed attorney. She is Colombian like me. She's telling you in English, you cannot tell me that I'm lying and that I'm jealous. And she's talking about passport bros who go to Medellin. Let me repeat once again for the people in the back who keep on attacking me and say, hey, you're jealous because we can take your women. You cannot take her. This lady here, Miss Pamela Forero B, you cannot take her. She is an attorney. She is Colombian. And she's telling you what passport bros are doing in the city of Medellin. Do not go harass her. She is a real lawyer. She's a real lawyer, okay? Do not go harass her.
The Colombian police did receive a call on Thursday reporting that this man was in a hotel room with two girls again. So remember the name Timothy Allen Livingston, and he is not the only passport bro that has been
The second time, she's saying passport bro.
That has been involved in sketchy situations. I'm pretty sure that the Colombian authorities are going to make this right, and this will not go unpunished. So may this be the warning that for any passport bro who wants to come to Colombia to exploit our women and to exploit our children and to commit felonies, you are not welcome, and it's not going to end well for you.
And now there's this social media trend called passport bros, which is like the passport buddies, basically referring to foreign tourists, Americans, Asians, who come to Medellin just for sexual commerce, for sex tourism, and also to see if they can win over a Colombian woman to take her back there. It's a super weird trend.
Sin embargo, a veces detrás de esos grupos de viajeros hay más que la intención de conocer lugares bonitos. Este puntualmente es el caso de los Passport Boys, Passport Bros o Passport Kings.
Concepto del día, Passport Bro. Un passport bro es un hombre del norte global que viaja con el único propósito de conocer mujeres.
¿Qué clase de persona es alguien que ve una publicación donde están hablando de que un extranjero fue encontrado en un hotel con una niña de 12 años y otra de 13 años y llega y se...
Trying to understand passport bros. But this is Boca Chica, and this is Michael Jackson.
This is Cartagena, Colombia. This is Michael Jackson in Cartagena, Colombia, just so you know. We got Michael Jackson too. We got a Michael Jackson cartagenero, Michael Jackson costeño, de la costa. Costa. And hopefully I'm pronouncing it properly.
And for your information, Ray, Dominican women has a lot to offer to passport bros.
For the 300,000th time, why should I care? I do not care. I am not a Dominican. I do not care if you get a Dominican woman. I do not care. What part of I do not care do you not understand? No me importa. Me importa un pepino con give a cucumber. I do not care. Why you keep telling me this? I don't care. My girlfriend is costeña. Do you care? My ex-girlfriend before that was from Pereira. She's a paisa from Pereira. Do you care? I was talking to a girl who was Inca from the Inca tribe, related to the Incas from the southern part of Colombia. Do you care? I do not care.
For your information, a lot to offer. Although they may be single mothers, but I see some brothers marry and date these women. And let me tell you something about my Latina wife. She loves Christmas. And my duty is to be there for her.
Need to know this why? What does this have to do with Colombia? What does this have to do with Colombia? I do not understand. I don't understand what this has to do with Colombia. My channel and my content is about Colombia only. What? Is hombre está loco? Okay, like what the hell's wrong with him?
You see the smile that we both have, the appreciation that we both have. So I'm gonna ask you. No, I'm gonna let you know. Leave the passport bros alone.
Nope. Not until you stop touching our kids. Not until you stop dealing our women. Not until you stop being heavy badly in public. Okay? How about you leave us alone? And I'm not gonna stop. I will not bend the knee to you. You wanna know why? Because we have been in a civil war for the last 70, 80 years. I've seen many people who have gotten deleted, family included. I will not bend the knee to some foreigner. We are not your bucket and we're not your brothel. Colombia se respeta. You respect Colombia.
Right? Because I move different. You talk bullshit. My wife over here and cleaning up the place. Help.
I feel very bad for you, okay? Because the thing is, to be the pinnacle of a man is not to have it film your wife cleaning up for you. For what? To show off to other people? If I were to do that to any of my ex-girlfriends, I will get a bucket on my head or a chair on my head. You don't do that kind of stuff. I can tell you're the type of person that haven't had a real relationship. You do not know how to be a man, all right? Your spouse is not an object to show off to other people, especially having her do your work. Why can't you go mop yourself?
Me cleaning up the place that I invest money.
Once again, I do not care. I do not care. I don't care how much money you got. And just because you put money into a place doesn't mean you should force other people to be cleaning up after you. Why can't you do it yourself? The hell's wrong with you? God, no wonder you cannot get a woman in the United States. No woman in the United States will want that. If you are in a country where women have the same economic power as you do, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't fall for that. They're not your slave. What the heck is wrong with you? I would never want my sister, my cousin, anybody, any female in my life to be some type of slave for some type of foreigner. Why? Because you got money? If you were to do it in front of my ex-girlfriend, bro, she would have been laying her hands on you. She does not allow that kind of stuff. She does not allow herself to be demeaned at all, no matter how much money you got. As Colombians, we have a lot of pride. Not all, because obviously a lot of them sell themselves, but us, we have a lot of pride.
In which the energy she gives me is straight partnership. And yes, she makes money too, just like I'm making money too. Teamwork makes the dream work. If you get the idea between a husband and a wife. And where's your wife? Where's your wife? Where is your wife? Where's your Colombian wife? Since you want to criticize Passport Bro so much, where is your Colombian chica?
First of all, don't say chica. That sounds very vulgar, okay? Very street. Chica is for like little kids. Where's your girl? You say tu mujer, your woman, tu esposa. And that sounds more classy. Second of all, I'm very here, since you asked me many times, because since you keep insisting where my girl is, I don't know, maybe you got something, you like me or something, and you even made a video saying that I'm gay. Here's my girl. Here's pictures of me and her friends, me and her cousins, me and her mother and uncle. I know her entire family. I know her brother who's trying to become a pastor. I know her uncle who's a pastor, who's a preacher. Me being a super Catholic. Now I can show you everything, but unlike you guys, I don't show off, and this will be the last and final time I'll be showing her. Okay, because once you're separated, you're really separated. Even though she did give me permission, because she saw what you said. She calls you baboso. You know what baboso means? Slimy. You look unkempt and undisheveled. She says you're a nobody. As Colombians, you don't need to sit here and talk trash about Colombia. If you're happy where you're at, you don't need to talk trash about Colombia. And I'm not going to disrespect Dominicans either. You want to know why? Because Colombian Dominicans get along with each other. I have nothing against them. They got nothing against me. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to stop. I will keep talking till the end. I will keep defending Colombia porque Colombia se respeta. You respect it. As Colombians, we do not bow the knee to nobody. All right? And if you're going to come into my space when I never tagged you and I was never talking about you, you're going to be having a clapback. People, let me tell you something. If you're not guilty of something, you don't need to get angry. Colombians do bad things in other countries, in Europe and the United States. Do you see me getting mad and going into other people's spaces and bothering them? No, because I'm comfortable and I understand that I am not that type of person. If you're not touching little kids, if you're not going to Colombia doing bad things, then why are you up in my space? I have shown you already news articles, okay, of people talking about passport bros. In Colombia and in Brazil, passport bros are seen as international sex travelers. You can call whatever you want to call it, all right? Many people have already called you out. And he keeps on saying that I'm the only Colombian. I have tons of people who are pushing me, and I have tons of clips and screenshots that can say otherwise. All right, so once again, this is Ray Condor signing off. And for those who keep harassing me, passport goofy.